Hello everyone and welcome to the map Oceanborn. Joining me here in the upper left corner for today's highlight viewer submitted matches. Game number 1, of course, the blue Terran player, blue SCV pieces. It is Tone. Trolling for dummies. Gas first. Opener. And on the other side, the red probes, the red Protoss already up to Protoss flavored business. It is Edward. Edward. Alright. And here, just at the top of the ramp in the right corner base, it is Edward's Forge. Yeah. This is what they're talking about when they say Protoss. Oh god, that's a good spot too. I think this Protoss here is an experienced professional. Okay. Now they're gonna know about it now. 2 probes, pylon on the high ground. These cannons are definitely going to be completing. The question is now, the Terran's response. What kind of response will be provoked here? Marine? Marine? Float the racks? I mean, bunker? Something. We need something here. Cancel that depot. Oh god, cancel the depot. Please. No. No. 100 minerals down the drain. Could have been a bunker. Good grief. The Marine steps forward. Needs to just target fire down the probes. And probably should also move the barracks once we get. Well, this is already a disaster. Sounds about right. Wouldn't be a viewer game unless we had a bit of chaos. The Marine. Really? Really? Tone? Oh my gosh, the barracks is destroyed. The depot is not canceled. Please tell me I did not get a 2.5 minute devastating cannon rush here. The amount of cannons that you're actually making, Edward, is it's getting a little out of hand. Like, I get it, okay. I play Protoss, I like my cannon rush. I've been doing this since 1998. Okay, there's no reason to change. Don't fix what ain't broke, I suppose. Just start target firing down the cannons. What are you doing behind this, though? Like, what's the goal here? Are you really just trying to end your opponent? There's no nexus, no transition. Come on, we could do better than that. Terran, the double bunker. Desperately trying to keep these cannons from getting up. Has a second barracks. I like the choice of the factory. The factory is necessary. Oh my gosh, the cannon can reach? What? Oh my word. I didn't eyeball that. I didn't think that just by looking at the distance. The cannon can reach that bunker. It's going to be unpowered though, because it's not on this pylon. Protoss needs to slap a pylon down like right here, get that back up and running. And I'll be able to get the gateway, I suppose. On the other side, we have a little bit of violence. These probes, okay, you're already winning. You're kicking him. You're just stepping on him while he's down here. When he sends an SCV across, hasn't actually taken control of it since they sent it over. To see, oh no, a cyber core. Oh, Marine's in a bit of peril. Having a bit of trouble. Did you just shoot your own Marine? Well, luckily you're not going to need to do it anymore. Cannons complete. The bunkers once again in danger. This cannon still unpowered. But we've got a tech lab on the factory here. Words to the wise, maybe. You get, if you're going to get the second Rex at this point, use it to make the tech lab for the factory. Just swap them over. Then you get the siege tank up here, because as soon as you get a siege tank, this is over. This is done. As soon as a tank hits the ground. Okay. Ugh. Bunker is good to halt the progression so they don't end up making cannons here. But at the end of the day... Okay, we've got the siege tank. The Terran will be fine now. A bit devastating, I will say. However, not without a silver lining. We all could say, wow, this went really well for the Protoss. They made 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 completed cannons, 1 pylon. There was 2 pylons, a gateway. So this is not actually going to be as clean and even as you might think. They're heading home, though. The probes will absolutely make it out. The zealot, even. A little bruised, a little battered, probably in dire need of a nap, but he's fine. The siege tanks will start to clear the cannons eventually. And the Protoss has decided to actually make a second Nexus. Very good. Oh my gosh, put a second pylon here, please. I beg you. Protoss, don't do this. Don't just put it all on one pylon. That gives me hives. Alright, the siege tanks, they are crawling forward. This is actually a warp gate, so in case, you know, the Terran wasn't sure if the Protoss was researching warp gate, I think they have warp gate, boss. These Reapers. Making Reapers at this point in the match. Tone. Blue Terran here, still making Reapers. May Byun guide me. Okay then. The tech choice from the Protoss was Stargate Void Ray, of course, to the surprise of hopefully no one. The probes, they're grenading themselves. It's not usually an ideal choice. The Void Ray will pick off one of the Reapers and force the other one out. Getting a few probes though, you know, that's helpful. It's respectful. I don't think they should really stick around and fight the Stalkers, personally. Like, usually, once a Stalker's out, the time of the Reaper is pretty much over. If there's a Void Ray out, the time of the Reaper, like, age of the Reaper has long passed. Okay, now the hour legacy of the Void Ray. Haha, I got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. Siege tanks finally clearing all of that. And we'll compare. See, look at this. This was a huge investment from the Protoss. 1,800 minerals, in give or take a bit, of course. It's not as just dry, cut, clear victory in terms of the resources lost. The biggest advantage that this netted the Protoss would have been the second base if they'd gotten it a little bit quicker, but I still have to give it to them because in terms of Terran second bases, we have so far a pylon made. Auto turret's gonna be slapped down from this Raven. Actually decently successful too. 5 kills on the Raven. Not too shabby, might I say. Hallucinated Phoenix gonna go out. The Terran continues to clear out their base. Will they take their natural though? There's a non-zero chance that they may not. Okay, they seriously just might decide to make a Banshee instead. Oh yeah, siege tanks, turn around, get that hallucinated Phoenix. Fabulous. What's everybody doing at this point? We've got more Void Rays coming off for the Protoss. So in case, you know, any of you unaware, the standard cannon rush opener into either DTs or Void Rays, we clearly have the choice being made here. Void Rays on the menu. There's a Robo coming up afterwards, though, which is an intriguing mistake, I'm sure, because, you know, that's not a Dark Shrine. Did you make a second? Okay, we are getting a second pylon. Finally. Thank you. We're getting the second pylon not because we wanted to protect these buildings, but because I couldn't make my Twilight Council here. And I can't make a Dark Shrine without a Twilight Council Indigos. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Reapers, surprisingly still alive, out around doing some scouting, checking things out. Siege tanks holding the front line. We're faking a natural. How much can you see? The Protoss, the pylon, actually really helpful. Does not see a command center here. And Tone taking their sweet time destroying the pylon. I don't know if Edward has been watching. What's our APM like? What on earth are you doing with 198 actions per minute? You're at 200 average APM with 17 workers and 1 base? What are you doing? Look at that. You're just swapping your keybind, your control groups around. I see it. You're just clicking 4 and 5 over and over. Good grief. At least you're getting a little bit of damage done with the Raven. Protoss, okay, yes, we could make fun of them for being at 65, but you know what? Those 65 actions, they're effective. Okay, this Protoss isn't just joking around, messing on their keyboard. Indigos, you do that too. Yes, I do, but it's okay when I do it, obviously. Okay. Army's actually going to meet here in the middle of the map. It seems siege tank's going to be set up. Stalkers trying to get up the ramp. Do these Marines have stim? They do have stim. No combat shields, though. +1, about 2/3 of the way done. The Void Ray's picked off immediately. Second siege tank finally sets up. No target firing on the Stalkers from those siege tanks. So the Zealots, well, they're eventually dealt with. The tanks should be fine, actually. Yeah, the Terran players got this. They're targeting their own medevac now. I'm sorry, was this a submission for the Blood Sacrifices viewer challenge last week? I didn't catch that. If this was, I believe it was posted in the wrong channel because I found this in replays, not viewer challenge, and so far the Terran has killed 2 of their own units, which definitely qualifies for the Blood Sacrifice viewer challenge, I will say. This is only medevac too. It doesn't show up in units lost if you kill it yourself. Oh. Some strategy in there. If I just make sure that I kill my own units before my opponent kills it, it can look like I played a perfect game. The huge brain moves. Galaxy-sized brain moves there. Alright, overcharge use. Gonna try to save the warp gates from this, which is not going to go very well, I will say. One of them, oh, nope, the siege tanks get distracted. Army forces here. Carrier has arrived. Interceptors should easily be able to dispatch this. A Viking is landed, which is almost as bad a decision as just leaving it in the air for this battle. Get out of here, medevacs. Seriously, get out of here, medevacs. Where'd all these medevacs come from? I thought you didn't like medevacs. Thought you were off killing your own medevacs. Trying to get a, I don't know, a Steam trophy for like, killing 5 medevacs in a single multiplayer match. Is this the Raven? No, this is a different Raven. This Raven's up here. He's on vacation, though. He got 8 kills and just decided to kindly sod off, apparently. The Protoss deciding after Void Rays. Interesting choice, I will say. Not the usual pick. Carriers. Now, sometimes I have seen cannon rush into carriers. Like, just straight jump. Everything else. That's understandable, I suppose. Here's the Dark Shrine we were missing. Bingo cards out, guys. Get your Protoss bingo cards here. We've had cannons. We've had Void Rays. We've got carriers. And now we've got the Dark Shrine. That's 4. That's almost a bingo. That's a bing. And that's something a little different, though. Oh, the auto turret, the return of the Raven coming in. 14 kills, just wiped the floor with 6 probes, 7 probes. Oh my gosh. Dropping the main base Terran, turning the heat up. Combat shield's about halfway done, but confidence is completely reset. The medevac. Picking things up in the medevac so they can all be killed off at once. Efficient. Okay. That's what I call Terran efficiency. Ingenuity. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, bless. A mothership. That's a mama ship. Okay. Double medevacs heading out now for the Terran, who still hasn't actually taken another base. But is somehow increasing their average actions per minute. You can see it's not really going to a whole lot of use then. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, no, they're all gone. Everybody's gone. Timmy is on the floor. What's left of Timmy, at least. The medevacs didn't even get a chance to unload. Yeah, how's a 209 working out for you? Yeah, 209 actions per minute, going right into losing all of my forces and floating my main base command center. Because there's too much. I cannot help them. There's too much wrong. I hereby give up. I hereby abandon this individual. Alright, Protoss. What can I do? What can I look at here? This is your plan. This is what we're here for. There is no learning. There is no helping. There's only the entertainment. So I say, may they be entertained. Let there be joy, laughter, and U-turns, apparently, for the mothership. Doesn't quite know where they're going. Where are they going? Rally point, rally point. Ah, yes, here we are. Thumbnail material. I can sense it. I can feel it. The hope. My only hope is that I'm actually wrong and they fly it into the missile turret and it dies. That would be my hope. That'd be my surprise. I highly doubt that's what'll happen though, because I see them actually controlling the mothership. They're actually holding on to it and everything all nicely grouped up. Everybody's ready. Get ready, team. Hold hands. The buddy system. Ooh, Archon. Good choice. I like the choice for Archons. Oh, yeah. Edward knows what they're doing. Oh. Good time for Protoss music, I suppose. Get in the main. Get in the main. Come on. There you go. Alright. We got their recall-initiated carriers here to support the Immortal. The star of the team, anti-armor missile unlocked onto most of the interceptors. Double goes out, hits the mothership. Shields is completed. We're out microing ourselves into oblivion, though the bunker finally will be destroyed. That was quite a defensive bunker, I will say. There's just not enough army. There's no hope here. The carriers absolutely have this crushed. The mothership here to support, making sure everybody does their homework, which it seems Tone is lacking in such victories. The boys will be pulled SCVs to the front line to fight an Archon. I'm going to say that SCV actually did get the Archon. Fabulous. Scanning the natural. Make sure you see the Dark Templar as it destroys most of your workers. Down to 2 SCVs here. And the hope is dwindling for the Terran forces. The DT doesn't even get the chance to get the missile turret. The Protoss forces will reign supreme in this offensive recall. Fabulous. Cannon rush. Intriguing and nonetheless entertaining. Thank you so much for the submission. Onwards now to the next match. For the second match of the day, we find ourselves on the map Sandstorm. Here, in the upper left corner, team number 1 is 3v3 match the red Zerg pieces. It is Furious Kill. It's way better than a joyful kill. Their blue Protoss ally. Here it is, Artanis 1. Not one like victory though, one like there's more than one. Artanis. Artanisi. And finally, their teal Zerg ally. It is Kamikaze Keys. I got nothing for that one. Alright, team number 2, their opponents, here in the bottom right corner. Purple probes belonging to Paprika Man. Way stronger than Paprika Boy. That's my comment. The yellow Terran pieces belonging to Great Oz. And finally, their orange Zerg ally. It is Masio PL. How's everybody doing? Nobody's actually done anything like super aggressive? It's a team game. Somebody does have a forge. They don't appear to be using it. Which, good, I'm a little forged out for the day. Okay, I had my fill of cannons and forge fracas, we can call it. I'm keen to see team games. That the usual culprit, I'll say, for chaos. Somebody says, I had this really great, entertaining, chaotic match. It's a 3v3. I'm like, okay, there must just be either some epic battle that happens, or somebody did something weird like mass widow mines, which I do have a special place in my heart for, I suppose I can say, because I do always kind of like watching that. Widow mines, we all know. Okay, widow mines. That's all that needs to be said. Here. Orange Zerg, going for a bunch of lings so far. Everybody is expanding. Do I actually get the opportunity? I'll speed this up a little bit here. Times 2 just a little bit till something happens here. Everybody's expanding. Some people more than they probably should in a team game, because I'm surprised. No proxies, no cannons whatsoever. First real movement on the map is a group of 20 lings. Ling speed not even done yet, although based on my times 2 of the replay, it sure feels like it, I'm sure. But now that Ling speed is done, they will actually be able to move around a bit quicker. The timing on this actually really well played by the Orange Zerg. Speed finishing up right as the Lings get here. Quick cancel on that Nexus. Double Oracle, going to completely avoid the Zergling shenanigans. We'll just move on with their day. Yeah, apparently. I'm curious to see where these oracles will be going then. What's more important than just holding this? You have nothing, actually. The forge that I talked about earlier, guess what that was for? Cannon in the mineral line. Drones pulled here. Oracles do move into Orange's base. A little bit of payback. You sniped off my Nexus. How about I take out your drones? At the cost of both Oracles, though. A little less than ideal. The Evo Chamber, the next target for the hungry Zerglings. Now 4 spines here. Not too bad, actually. Probably fine. Orange getting a bit of damage done nonetheless, though, picking off some queens. The drones are selected. Are they going to be pulled? Nope, we're just going to let him take the pool. Ling speed? Yeah. Ling speed will be denied for the Teal Zerg, it seems. Red trying to get here quick to help out. Not going to be quick enough, though. Ling speed will be taken out. Slowlings only for Teal, who probably doesn't care that much, because they went for a quick third base, bit of an economic play. They might be going for something a little more tech-heavy. Wouldn't surprise me to see something ill-advised like Mutas here. Now, all the while, Orange has been buying an incredible amount of time for their allies. What are their allies actually doing with this? We see the start of the team game Protoss composition here for purple Protoss. And on yellow's side, rejoice, Terran friends, Terran lovers, battle cruisers, cattle bruisers, if you will, have taken the field. We're also getting drilling claws, though, which does not feel like a misclick. I'm going to choose to believe that is highly intentional. Extra command centers. What are you going up to? 4? 4 CCs. Okay. Intriguing choices. Orange continuing their theme of Zergling heavy compositions is going to get a Bane Nest to fight up against Phoenix and Double Spire. Yes, both compositions I would absolutely never advise using Banelings against, but that maybe I will be surprised here. The choice of Phoenix. This one intrigues me. Artanis 1 making much better decisions than Artanis 2. What about this game has made you say Phoenix, I wonder? Because so far, I mean, really the only thing they've gotten to see is Zerglings, which now will only be Banelings. We're way past the Zergling phase of this tower defense match. Now I can only make Banelings, says the Orange Zerg. Moving out here, wow, a little bit of Lingbane for red. Okay, Bane speed just about 2/3 of the way done, so not going to be ready in time, I think, for this attack. The Void Rays will find these Lings. Nobody's actually controlling anything. Everybody just sends them out on, move commands or attack move commands, which is going to go fine, I suppose. The Void Rays will need to get over here as quick as possible. A ping goes out. That was purple ping, though. Letting everybody else on the team know that yellow has decided to move their battle cruisers into position. I'm sorry, is this a second layer? Ah, purple. Letting yellow know I'm coming. I'm on my way. I'm bringing my Void Rays. That was a second layer. A third layer. What? Why you have 3 layers? What are you, a supervillain convention? No, Teal Lings finally found their wings. Will be moving across, able to pick off some probes. Get this Nexus even. How'd they get in? They got in that way. Looks like the planetary took 7 out with it, but not going to be enough to actually save the Nexus. It will be lost. The Void Rays try to get here, try to save that. Phoenix with anion pulse crystals actually going to be an awesome counter to Void Rays. Not a usual fight I get to see, but I do quite like it. Phoenix are not actually that bad against Void Rays. Now up against battle cruisers, little less. Teal is trying to fix that though, getting a force of corruptors out since they went double spire. It's pretty much on them, I suppose, to actually deal with that because we haven't seen a whole lot else. What has Red been up to? Red's going ground Zerg. Okay, I have an air Zerg ally, which means I am now honor and legally bound to go ground Zerg. So I will make Hydras. Although it appears I'm cheating and also making Corruptors, which then is just going to nullify the last minute of my conversation. This was Orange. Orange was pinging here. I'm not too sure why. Maybe just letting people know, hey, there should really be an attack. Oh, it was a request for scan. Orange has double Nidus network here. That's one way to make Lingbane work, I suppose. Unfortunately, blue is very on top of making cannons, okay? Cannons belong in the mineral line. The worm will complete and start to spit out some banelings. They go after the probes with vicious success, might I add. Oh my word, everything will be dealt with. The Phoenix here to angrily stare at the veins as the Tempest will clean it up. Get rid of the worm, but at the cost of quite a few probes. I would say that went very well for orange. The Hydras, late to the party as always, guys. Come on. Really? Thought you guys were Slither champions of 2019. Apparently not. Yellow deciding to go with the age-old, I destroyed your base, so now this is my base move. This is my territory. They'll be taking that over. Widow Mine, battle cruiser composition, those drilling claws coming in handy, making sure to unburrow them so they don't fire against the broodlings. Corruptors here. Oh, decent shots, connections abound. Red will be in a bit of trouble, it seems. The Phoenix need to watch themselves. Widow Mines could be very devastating to them. Oh, some Yamato's going out. We're going to have to zoom out for this one. Some carriers here to support, rounding out that team game Protoss composition for purple. It would appear that these two allies both deciding to go for a bit of late game tech while their orange ally bought them the time they needed. Things going very well, I would say. Army's having a bit of struggle. There's only 5 Tempest on the field. Corruptors gone. I'm sorry. Instant replay me that one. The Corruptors go for the cruisers and instead find only the Widow Mines. Excellent connections. Beautiful. And with that, the players just start dropping off. Teal the first to go. Red will quickly follow, and blue will round us out. A victory goes to team number 2 with a excellent use, a division of strategies, I can call it. One going for a bit of early game pressure, Lingbane shenanigans, the others bit of late game tech. Widow Mine battle cruiser, I like the composition. Void Rays, carriers, it's a composition, okay. As always, thanks to everyone for the submissions. Always a pleasure, always joyful to see these wonderful and creative matches. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.